It's Monday of Jobs Week, which means we need to do a chart that has nothing to do with jobs. Here's Brendan Greeley.
All week on Surveillance, our single best chart will feature slides from the annual presentation of Mary Meeker.
Theft.
Once a Morgan Stanley analyst, and now a rich source of material for people looking for charts. She's a venture capitalist at Kleiner Perkins. One of her 82 slides showed growth in drones. That is the subject of our single best chart today. We have Anders Core with us from Core Analytics. One of the things, it's up, but here's one of the things that I noticed is it does look like growth in actual shipments is growing faster than the market size, which to me hints at the fact that drones are becoming more ubiquitous and a cheaper technology. And one of the developments militarily over the last 3 or 4 years has been that we're not the only ones with drones. Are we prepared for a multi-axis drone war?
Yeah, I mean, the drones are useful for surveillance. They're useful for taking out pinpoint strikes on terrorists. You know, many countries will have them. They're not strategic weapons. They're not a threat. They're not going to carry major military payloads.
Yeah. So, you know, one of the things that investors have been complaining about here in the U.S. Is that the FAA is not moving fast enough to actually make these products available. Do we need to change the way we look at drones here commercially from a regulatory standpoint?
Well, I think we're going to, as the growth of drones happen, you're definitely going to have to see some regulation coming in to make sure that they're used appropriately.
Okay, but within the military, it goes back to our technocracy, which is technology as a substitute for ancient and old stuff. Yeah. I mean, essentially in retail, drones are going to be a substitute for the postal service.
Yeah, I disagree, Tom. You said this had nothing to do with jobs. I think this has everything to do with jobs. The rise of commercial drones, they're taking on jobs that people used to have. They're making people more efficient, but they're also, you know, and again, we always know that eventually new technology sorts itself out. The new jobs are found. But for the time being, drones will disrupt.
We go to surveillance, real-world expertise. Brendan Greeley on flying a drone. You've flown one, right?
No, I've attempted. I'm terrible at it. I'm really bad at it, but I also think that I'm exactly 6 months too old to have been a video game player as a kid. So I really think that's the dividing line. But actually what's really difficult with flying drones is doing two-sided camera and real space views. So with one eye, you're looking at actual where the drone is in real space, and with the other eye, you're watching the camera view. This is things that this is something that normal brains can't do.
Okay, so they're going after a terrorist in Yemen or Pakistan. Where is the drone flyer? In Maryland?
The drone flyer, yeah, sometimes in Maryland, sometimes elsewhere.
In Nevada,
yeah,
right?
You've got, they could be anywhere. I mean, it's all satellite. Yeah, you've got a satellite.
And this is very problematic, which is that you have people flying drones, doing these incredible missions, doing very dangerous and deadly things, and then packing up, leaving, and going home and having dinner with their families. And that's turning out to be much more traumatic than there's an unanticipated consequence to that.
It's like technology run amok.